Fear or faith? Both? Invisible? Which one do you choose? Because one would take you to a place of peace, calm, and knowing, and the other would take you to every disaster that you can ever imagine. But how often are we picking the one that benefits us? And today I'm going to talk to you about probably one of the most amazing, but also the basic foundations whenever we do transformational work, whenever we want to change, we want to up level, we want more money, we want a better life, we want to feel fulfillment. We're fed up with the current circumstances and the way life is repeating itself. And until I understood this, nothing really changed, because most of my life I've been led by fear, by the worry, by high anxiety. In actual fact, my nervous system was probably living on a much higher level, and I wasn't even aware of. To me, it was normal. So I was magnetizing and attracting a similar frequency that was also showing to be hectic, to be out of control, to feel that actually I couldn't be the version of me that I would want to be, because everything was appearing to be on high alert. I often found partners and relationships that were turmoil, toxic. They were out of control one minute. I didn't even know who the person was the next. Actually being unconsciously aware of the whole time that I was the one giving off and still living on that high anxiety myself, because fear to me was just part of my daily life. My thoughts were never that great. I never thought things that would benefit me more. I allowed the fear to run riot, to create outcomes that were complete disasters. And I wonder why that's all I ever saw. I had beliefs that limited my success, that limited my ability to show up in the world. I hid. I kept small. I purposely kept small all the time, not even understanding why. I could see everybody else grow. I could see everybody else create fantastic success and wealth. But I always stayed and found myself in roles that limited my success, my wealth, and my outcomes. And 9 times out of 10, I was leading with fear. I didn't realize what was going on. So when I ask today, do you truly understand? Are you leading with faith, or are you leading with fear? Now, the word faith really wasn't in my vocabulary until a few years ago. And once I started to really focus on what faith meant, how it could transform my life, why it's so powerful, I then realized I was the one making the choices for fear. I was the one allowing fear to take over. I was the one giving the power to fear. And the funny thing is, they're both invisible, because fear isn't an object. It's not something outside of you, is it? Fear's in your imagination, and you allow it to get big or small. It's up to you. And you know you can change that in moments. When we do gratitude, we can flip fear and remove it, because you can't have gratitude and be scared at the same time. So we do have a control over it, but as our mind's a negative bias and they're our protectors, they always look at the negative first to make sure it's safe. But if you allow the fear to ride over and you don't know how to put the brakes on, or you're not even trusting yourself to look at a different direction, then no wonder faith isn't something that's in your vocabulary. It wasn't in mine. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to ask you some really simple questions and just let them come up. Whatever answers you get, they're right. Don't try to force them. Don't try to make up different ones time and time again. Whatever comes up for you will be perfectly right. Because when was the last time that you lent into faith? And what do you currently have faith in? If some of those answers are coming up, well, nothing, or I don't know, I'm going to tell you different. You have faith in a lot. And let me give you examples. You have faith you're going to get up in the morning, that you're going to stand up and get on with the day. You have faith that the sun's going to come up and the moon's going to come out, and you're going to have faith that you can go to bed at some point, even if it's not the regular hours of the rest of the people. But you have faith in so many more things. If you order a pizza, you have faith it's going to show up. If you order on Amazon, you have faith that a delivery driver will bring it to you sooner than later. So why aren't we using faith for the things actually that would bring us joy, that would bring us peace of mind, that would bring us happiness, that would bring us more money, more success, more freedom? Why aren't we using it for those? Because realistically, no one's actually shown us and taught them. You heard of, but you didn't actually lean and understand truly its power. Because when you do, when you grasp what faith does for you, you can let go and let faith rule your life. Or you can hold on to fear and let fear rule your life. And once you can balance them and actually use them for both what they are for, you can live quite a peaceful mindset, and you can start taking the bold action steps without so much of the fear and far more of the faith, knowing and trusting yourself that you've managed to survive until now. You always have what you need. You're grateful for what's coming and what you've got. So why wouldn't you have the faith that you can continue this path?